In this video, I'm going to share with you ways to discover your mind-body connection and how it applies to acting. So understanding your mind-body connection is really important for an actor. So if you think back to when you are in an audition or perhaps you're on set, sometimes you might feel really anxious if you think back to a time if you were anxious. And we don't really know through space and time where we are. You might be forgetting your lines or just so fixated on that line. Because when we're in an anxious state, that's how we feel. So focused on the line learning. But by understanding the mind-body connection, you can learn to understand your thoughts and their meaning without controlling them. You can begin to free yourselves from the negative thinking caused stress and anxiety that we have, and turn down the volume of the thoughts going around in your head. And therefore bring self-awareness as to those thoughts to bring positive change. And we do this by noticing the thoughts with curiosity and kindness as and when they arise. So by understanding the mind-body connection, you'll know when you are in the zone. You'll know when you are connected here and now. And this comes through practice and time and patience. So the more you practice mindfulness, self-compassion, it helps to bring about positive change. You'll begin to become more aware as to what your mind and body is doing. So if I give you an example, so part of my own story of before I was practicing mindfulness, self-compassion, before I studied, if I was in a scene, I wouldn't necessarily know if I was connected or not. And I might be so focused on the line learning rather than knowing that there's a whole context around it. There's more than just that. And I didn't know that at the time. But the more I started to learn about what I teach now, human behavior and understanding that mind-body connection, I started to unpick and understand the importance of it. So the more I practiced mindfulness and self-compassion, I felt more connected within a scene. I knew if I felt like I was connected or not. So the more you practice, the better you are skillfully. As we get older, we tend to focus so much on the external world rather than the internal world. And sometimes we might be on autopilot. So we might be doing a particular task and not remembering how we got there, might be driving, or we might be hoovering and completely forgot that we did that. So what I teach and what mindfulness helps you to do is to become aware as to your thoughts, patterns and behaviours, more self-aware, so you don't have those times where you feel like you're on autopilot. You'll just be here and now. And this is the key part for an actor, to become present in the present moment. So let me know in the comments below if you practice mindfulness and if you find it helpful for you. So when you're in the present moment, you'll become self-aware. You'll feel more connected through your mind-body. That it won't be so focused on the line learning, it won't be so much of a push. You won't be striving forward. You'll feel a bit more connected through the practice. This is a breath awareness practice. You can do this at any time during the day. It can be particularly helpful if you're in an audition or perhaps you're on set. So for this practice, finding a comfortable position which feels right for you, or if you're standing, that's okay too. Breathing in and breathing out. Placing one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. And what we want to do here is breathe into the diaphragm and breathe out. And we're just starting with a breath awareness, becoming aware, breathing in and out. And perhaps moving your hands down, breathing in and breathing out. Focusing on the breath as you breathe in and out. If you find your mind wandering, just gently, compassionately bringing it back to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep breathing. And breathing out. Keep breathing 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 and breathing out And noticing any changes, anything that you're feeling right now. Breathing in and breathing out. And noticing the expansion of the belly as you breathe in and out. And perhaps a gentle softness as you exhale, breathing in and out. Okay. And as we come to the end of the practice, draw your attention back to your breath, noticing any changes of breathing. And this practice could be particularly helpful if you are in an audition, or perhaps you are on set. As we build that mind-body connection again, understanding mind-body connection as to how we're feeling in the present moment. As you start to increase self-awareness, you'll begin to know that every moment is different. Each moment is different each time. That moment doesn't come back because we live moment to moment to moment, and they're all different each time. Everything is ever changing. And this is what I talk about, the impermanence of life, that we have to be able to navigate. I always use like a navigation as sort of an example. Navigating through life in order to overcome these difficulties that we experience with a softness, with a kindness towards ourselves. So one way to build that mind-body connection is through your surroundings. So going on a mindful walk can be quite helpful. Listening to your sounds around you. Really listening to the birds singing and maybe the cars going by. Just becoming really aware of your surroundings. So the more you practice, and let's say when you're on set as well, listening, connecting, feet on the floor, breathing in, breathing out, and then beginning to open your senses, your open awareness, and really just listening to what's going on around you. But not with the hearing as we usually do, but the listening, where we feel more connected. So trying that next time, and let me know in the comments below if you found that helpful. So find time today to be mindful in what you do. Perhaps that might be picking up laundry and putting your laundry away. Just noticing the textures and colours that are there, and noticing also what's different about this moment right now. So when you begin to bring more open awareness as to your experience, you can begin to respond in that situation rather than reacting. And this is particularly helpful as an actor as well. So our emotions aren't staged. We can feel into the experience as an experience and let the emotions rise naturally rather than trying to force anything. So that's particularly helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you found this helpful today. According to science, we have about 60,000 thoughts a day. They found that 90% of the thoughts that we have is the same thoughts as we had the day before, which means that the same thoughts lead to the same choices, and the same choices lead to the same behaviour, and the same behaviour produces the same experience, and the same experience produce the same emotion, and the same emotion you get the same results, action that you take. So if we can become more aware as to our mind-body connection, we can take more control over how we want to think and feel, and what can we do, and what's important to us to reach our goals. This is ultimately why it's so important for an actor to know this. For this reason, knowing the mind-body connection, so you can take control of how you want to think and feel, what's important to you, becoming aware as to your mind-body connection, so you can take control in a scene and take action on what you want, which is reaching your goals. Mindfulness practice helps you to be non-attached to the thought of negative thinking. Almost imagine a cloud passing by could be quite helpful. Imagining the cloud passing by and any negative thoughts and a story that you might tell yourself, that you're just imagining it just like a cloud. When you do that, you become aware of the automatic programming that we're so used to. And therefore, we can become more self-aware and make change. Thank you so much for watching the video today. Please like, share and subscribe. And if you want to find out more about mind-body connection, perhaps you want to overcome anxiety, build confidence, build self-resilience, or maybe you want to improve motivation, procrastination, whatever that might be, come and join my Mindful Actors Empowerment Group, and I'm going to put it in the link below. If you want to take it one step further, I have a 90-day program that's going to be coming out in September. We'll cover so many other different topics: how to improve confidence, build resilience, overcome anxiety, create motivation, understand how to become motivated, learn to be kinder towards yourself and non-judgmental. If you want to find out more, feel free to send me a message on Instagram or comment below. See you in the next video.